Jewelry Jelly here with Isabel and George Washing Machine. So, guess what I found out recently? He talks. Anyway, it's been a fairly fun day for me. Hello, Private Maverick. How's it going? I went to H Mart to pick up some ingredients for yummy dinners and some candies and such, and got myself some good food, and had a nice cup of coffee, a vanilla latte, and a nice couple of mochi pancakes with cheese and honey, well, cream cheese, and got a nice assortment of different food. Alright, so we are playing a New Game Plus. Basically, we made it through the main storyline of the game last time, so what we are going to do tonight is we are going to go through and give everybody exactly what they want and see what kind of changes happen. So I'm only going to be reading out the dialogue that doesn't, so I'm going to set it so that it automatically fast forwards through all of the dialogue we've had before, and I'm only going to be reading off the new stuff. So it's Tuesday, September 19th. Okay. So we got brew pad. We got the Bee and Buzzy as a new drink. Coffee, honey, and milk, an energizing companion during those late night working hours. And let's see what's going on Tomodachi. I woke up so refreshed today, I think it's going to be a good day. What to do? We're going to be checking on the catering service I mentioned last week tonight, so Iced Baileys, do not be late. Yes, ma'am. And there's Freya. Okay, so, gonna fast forward. Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Okay, fast forward. Alright, let's see. Options. Text speed, skip dialogue, red, all, auto dialogue, on, text speed, fast. Hey Dr. Zadium, how's it going? Okay, so first thing we're going to brew is some new tea for Georgie. So we are going to just make him a butterfly tea. Butterfly pea. Better give Freya's stuff to Officer Georgie now before I forget. Alright, and this time we're remembering to give stuff to people. Oh, a postcard, eh? What is it? Here, she left me a message. What does it say? Nothing for you to worry about. Okay. Butterfly Pea unlocked. This strikingly blue tea is known to be a stress buster chock full of antioxidants. I assure you it is completely safe to drink. Yeah, I'm just playing with you, Jellybean. It's surprisingly mild, huh? Usually people put lemon in it. It changed color, too. Really? Yep. Unfortunately, I'm out of lemons. Oh, and I just noticed. Did you notice behind Georgie they have this shelf? They've got a teddy bear that looks like what appears to be one of Rachel's singles, a film camera, the picture of Lua and Bailey's at their wedding, and their invitation. Diet Coke for me. But anyway, one of the things that I bought for myself for today was I finally got a chance to try some of that Buldak very spicy ramyun, which lived up to its name. I ended up getting the cheese flavor. It was actually Quattro Formaggio, and it basically came with mac and cheese flavoring to go with the noodles and soup. And I decided to put another slice of American cheese on top to kind of cut down on the spiciness a little bit. It didn't work. I managed to struggle my way through it, and I worked out pretty well. But it's not an experience that I want to repeat. Which is why for lunch sometime this week I'm going to play it safe and have Delicious Party Precure Curry. And apparently they went through a packaging change, and the package for the Delicious Party Precure Curry now has Cure Finale on it, so I really hope that I get a sticker of Cure Finale. There's Lucas. And let's see, we'll get him some matcha. MJD, thank you very much for the 13-month resub. Quite appreciate it. Where I am, chilling pick of the day. And the power goes out. They have their first meeting with Riona. Latte. With art. So let's see. I am going to try and... hello, Time Sage. How's it going? Do I dare? Do I dare? Did I do it right? Thank you just basically fast forwarding through all the dialogue in the first day, and we're getting to the scene where Riona gets angry and rants against keyboard warriors. And Georgie moves over. We never do find out about that little white cat, too. Oops, Georgie left his lighter, and we definitely need to keep it safe. And give it to him right away. By the way, I got myself something fun recently. This is a controller skin, and if you look very closely, it is cat themed. And there's little paw prints on the, well, these hand grips here. There's a pattern on the back, a sticker, and these little paw prints. And I have the yellow caps for the joysticks. And I got myself one in pink for my PS5 controller. Yes, it is very cute, Private Maverick. Also got myself, I can't take it out right now because I'm using it to play the game, but I got some keycaps, some caps for the controllers for my Switch that are strawberries. And I also got a strawberry Switch carry bag. So let's see what's happening on Tomodachi. Day off, first time in a while. Gridlock traffic on I-5 through downtown, avoid if you must. Is your dream coming true? Mine might. Good morning! And there's Lucas again. Hiya. Okay, a cafe latte with lots of honey, please. Okay, so I am going to give Lucas a coffee, honey, and milk, a bee and buzzy. Here you go, lots of honey. Thanks. You even made it look so fancy. Now, time to give this a try. Cheers. How is it? Super! This is exactly how I remembered it. I'm glad it's to your taste. Actually, it's not. This is too sweet even for me. But it's something I drank a lot back in the day. Gives you lots of energy when you got nothing else to eat. Huh. What is it? So you had them in place of meals? Kind of, yeah. I didn't have a lot of spare cash back then. Heck, I couch surfed a lot. Until eventually I moved into my old group's house. But anyway, yeah. Sure takes me back. What is it? I was thinking maybe that's the reason you can't handle coffee anymore. You think? Yeah. As much as I love coffee, drinking it to replace meals isn't really recommended? Even with lots of honey? Even with lots of honey. And milk. Milk too. It all turns into acid in your stomach. Oh. So, not great if that was all you had. Right. That makes too much sense. What a bummer. Sorry. Oh, no. You just solved one of my life's biggest mysteries, probably. So, thanks for that. As long as it helps. Now I can't look at me and Buzzy the same way ever again. Okay. And we have Aqua coming in. And Myrtle. And I believe we did give them the correct drinks last time, so we'll be able to please them. Okay, spiced milk tea, so that will be tea, milk, and cinnamon. For a Shia Denny. And a blue tea with tea with lots of mint. So blue tea, mint, and mint. Aqua's Tranquility. Thinking about picking myself up some hibiscus and some butterfly pea tea for myself, but I've already got so much tea. I am still working my way through a tea sampler my boss gave me for last Christmas, as in Christmas of 2021. And then I have the tea sampler that I got with all of the Fire Emblem characters I'm still trying to make my way through. And the one good thing about it is that I am definitely picking myself up some of the strawberry rhubarb tea when I'm all done with it, because that was my favorite out of all the set. So yeah, they're now going over if Aqua decides that she's going to go ahead and sign for that oppressive contract. Still doing fast forwarding. Tomorrow we'll be hitting up on a day where we'll be having to do correct teas, so... Okay, and there's the fidget spinner, so I have to give it back to Riona. How about writing down your email instead? It will feel a bit more personal that way. You think so? I thought she'd be more comfortable about contacting me if it's less personal. That's why I figure her DMing me would be better. But then again... Nah, you're right. A direct line would be better here. But what if she throws it away? At least you'll have sincerely tried? True that. Alright. I'll trust your judgment, Jellybean. A piece of paper with Lucas's Tomo.chill username and phone number written on it. So he wrote down his information instead of leaving the fidget spinner. In that case, could you please give it to her when the time seems right? You're the best. Alright, and that's another day done. And I really do want to try doing the color change of the butterfly PT. I've never had it before. I don't even think I've had, I've had hibiscus in iced tea, but I haven't had butterfly pea. There's an eerie atmosphere out there tonight. Just found out coffee, honey, and milk drink is not a meal replacement. Quality work comes with a price. You can't ask for $1,000 quality and ask to pay $150. Respect the people you've decided to work with. Huh? Is anyone there? It's the kitty! Hello, you gave me a start. You're a Nekomimi, right? You're going to transform any second now? Or maybe not? There's Lua. Came up to Lua. Are you sniffing me, kitty? Do you want cuddles? No! Okay, fast forwarding through Lua's discussion of the wedding, and she wants to have hibiscus with milk and warm spice. And I'm getting her a pink spice. Aw, poor kitty. Did the machine wake you up? Here goes the mascot. Maybe it'll come back later? I bet it will. Cats always have reasons for their actions. Even if they're often rather mysterious ones. That's true. Oh, this smells lovely. It also has lovely color. And it tastes lovely. I knew I could count on you, Jelly Bean. You're always a sight for sore taste buds or something. So more discussion about the wedding planning. And it's Amanda. Okay, so she wants something blue and gingery. So we want a blue pea and 2 gingers. To give her a blue lightning. A blue lightning coming right up. Okay, so we have ourselves another recipe in the book. Blue pea, ginger, and ginger, the best remedy for an upset tummy or a bored mind, and in a pretty color to boot. And what else have we got? Ooh, Amanda's filled out all of the pictures in her Tomodachi. Blue lightning coming right up. This is vivid indeed. Now, let's try it. This is interesting. We heard that we might struggle to experience taste, but we can certainly feel the kick of this. Your reputation was well deserved, Jelly Bean. And what kind of reputation is that? Sounds like word is getting around. Soon this place will become a hipster den. I should probably start looking for an alternative haunt. I hope not. I would miss you a lot, Ms. Lua. Besides, isn't that what a hipster does? Go to places only before they become cool? Touché. I guess you'll be stuck with me a while longer. I wouldn't have it any other way. Now, Ms. Amanda, what was that about my reputation? We heard about you from our sibling, formerly known as Neil. I see. Sibling, huh? This isn't a future hipster den, this is an alien den. You should consider rebranding as Cafe Close Encounters. That makes it sound like a rather different type of place. Okay, so getting back into discussion of Amanda and what she's here for. And here comes Silver. Hi everyone. Aw. Giving each other a hug, and of course it happens off screen. Okay, something sweet, floral, refreshing, and blue then, please. So it looks like sweet, blue pea, honey, and mint. The flower bed. One bright flower bed for the silver person. This definitely looks unique. I can't wait to try it. Oh, yum, it's delicious. Drinking through my mouth makes such a difference. To be honest, I never expected to like it this much, but now I can never get enough of it. Drinking through the glove does look uncomfortable. It's a very different experience. Not entirely unpleasant. No, it's also nice in its own way, but it doesn't convey taste in the way a mouth does. It's much more about the sensation. Alright, so let's see what it has to say. Flower bed. An entire garden in a teacup, from the leaves to the pollen. Can you hear the bees? Which definitely makes it intense. But I'm happy I get to drink Jellybean's creations the way they were intended. As for the mission. Okay, we're going to fast forward again. Not the bees? Yeah, definitely not the bees. The art in this game is pretty when it doesn't come to animation. Yeah, I mean, like, there's barely that much animation. I mean, just gesturing and movements and such, but it works. We have to go now. And the fire agent has shown up. By the way, the soundtrack for this game was released on streaming services, so if you want to be able to listen to it, you should have the access to it. And I am going to be buying it for myself next Friday on Bandcamp Friday, if it's released there, hopefully. Okay. Alright, it's another night. Another dream, but always of you. there's Rachel. Pa! A colorful non-cafe latte with honey. So let's give her a sweetheart latte. So hibiscus, milk, and honey. Talking about her current career and that she's going to be working with a musician. And then Riona comes in, yeah! Pa! And she becomes a cat again. So she wants a blue latte with a hint of sweetness, so I will give her a Dreamin' Blue. And I will also give her Lucas's contact information. Huh? An email? Oh, is it from that person from before? Lucas, wasn't it? He wants me to contact him? I'll think about it. Thank you. You're welcome. One Dreamin' Blue for the lady in blue who's got the blues. And there's Gala. Okay, tea, milk, and ginger, so we will make him a Galahad. And then I heard that there is something that he can do, so I am going to give him the fidget spinner. Huh? A fidget spinner? I don't think I need it. Oh, wait. This might be a good idea. Giving small toys to children to ease their anxiety. Nobody likes being in a hospital, after all. I'll take it as a reference. Thank you, Jellybean. So Rachel and Riona are talking about their music careers. Ooh, we changed history. Yes, we did, kinda. Ha! card is this? Ah, Gala left his key card. And then we've got, this is Rachel's song. It's actually, you know what? I really like it. It's one of my favorites on the soundtrack, and I've been, I was listening to it on Friday while I was working, and it really peps you up. Okay, so it's September 23rd. Excuse me. So we've got Hyde, Georgie, and we gotta return the lighter, and Lucas. There's Rachel, Myrtle, talking about playing Kriegsfront Tactics. I think you would like it very much, Private Maverick. I played it a little bit. And there's Hyde. Oh, played what? Kriegsfront Tactics. It's a tactics-based mecha battle game. I played a demo of it at PAX East, and I think you would like it. Alright, so Georgie and Hyde are talking to each other. It is turn-based strategy. Okay, so Georgie, I'm going to give a sweet coffee, and I am going to give him back his lighter. Oops, that's the wrong one. Sweet coffee. And there's the lighter. Finally, hello, old friend. Thanks, Jellybean. I suppose I owe you an explanation. I told you before, right? This lighter's my lucky charm. When it goes missing, my luck gets really dicey. Almost got hit by a falling fan at work. Broke the missus's favorite mug. I nearly swerved my car into the sidewalk because a black cat jumped into my lane. A black cat? Not even a raccoon, I swear I'm not making this up. If that wasn't a sign, I don't know what is. And, well, daughter's still mad at me, too. Anyway, glad to have this back. Thanks for keeping it safe for me, Jellybean. You're very welcome. Here's your sweet coffee to sweeten your evening, officer. Cheers, Jellybean. That really hits the spot. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, there's Lucas's earpods. Okay, a bold red drink. Unfortunately, we don't have ginger, so can't really make anything bold for him. So I'm just gonna give him some cinnamon hibiscus tea. And let's see if I can give Gala back, if I can give Gala's key back to Hyde. Let's see. That's Gallus, isn't it? The apartment key. I see, so he lost it here. In fact, he called me this morning asking if I was in the city. I didn't tell him I was in Seattle, though, so the call was a surprise. Why did he call, you ask? Well, simply because I have a spare key. I'll take this off you and bring it to him then. I will be sure to let him know. All right, thank you. Here you go, sir. Something red. So, this is a drink you thought I might like. Honestly, I'm not entirely confident, but this is the best I can do tonight. Looks peculiar enough. How is it? It's tart, astringent. Do you like it? You tell me. Ah, and I was looking forward to it. I'm sorry that it wasn't what you expected. Well, you did what I asked, so no need for apologies. Okay, so we're fast forwarding once more. And who else is here? Oh, it's Lucas. Lucas wants a cinnamon latte this time. I did. I gave her your written contact info. Okay, cool. She didn't throw it away, did she? As far as I know, I don't think so. Great. You trying to reach the Soprano lass? That's right, Pops. I still feel uneasy about how that day went, so I just want to apologize to her or something, you know? Okay. So I guess I just have to wait for her to contact me, huh? I think so, yeah. But what if she doesn't contact me? What should I do? Then that's that. That's her choice. You're so right, Pops. Didn't think of you as someone who'd have trouble reaching out to people like this. Haha, I know, right? It is what it is. Okay then, I'll wait. Any hoodle, it's nice to see you again, Pops. So he and Hyde are talking about fashion and modeling. Okay, how about making me something based off of a pumpkin latte with what you have? Okay, so let's give him a cinnamon latte. So coffee, milk, and cinnamon.
Morning, Greg.
It's one of those sound ads. Sorry, guys. Alright, so we just have the fire agent cards. So I'm just gonna give this to Lucas. A cinnamon latte, warm and sweet, just for you. Alright, so they're talking and talking. An update from Neko Chill, Rachel. Is there something wrong? Looks like the officer forgot his lighter again. Oh, what a curse. Oh no, you're right. I'll keep it for him, thank you. Alright then. So, Georgie left his lighter with us again. Okay, checking Tomo.chill for updates. Okay, it's Bailey's and Lua. having their discussion over wedding planning once more. Okay, so she wants strong coffee with spice, so that will be a Jahe Tubruk. And a Jahe Tubruk for the lady. Laughing like an old married couple. And there's Hyde again. Okay, so he wants... It's going to be his preferred stuff, which is going to be a Zobo. I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you cracked the Hyde code. Well, this is kinda troublesome, Jellybean. You know me a little too well. So I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time? Forgive an old man his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment. Okay, they're getting back into discussing, and we've got some updates on Tomo.chill. Dad just found a missing photo album of my childhood, and I can only wish you could see how cute I am as a kitten. And we filled in another circle on Hyde. Favorite things. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. What I'm doing with my life. Currently, a model. Past, stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Ooh, and it looks like... Oh, did we get another thing in the back? Okay, chocolate with honey and milk. So we're making Bailey's a Chocobi Miruku. Okay, going back over stuff. Bailey's and Hyde talking. Hyde and Bailey's just chatting. tried recounting the story of him going out in his beater car and Hyde rescuing him from what he thought was a kidnapping. Spanish Sahara, warm and cozy just like a day in Barcelona. Okay, it is now September 25th. Kimono pods. Okay, we have Silver and Amanda again. Okay, a bitter and tart coffee drink, so coffee and lemon. A black lemon. There's a black lemon for you, Silver. And we filled up another mark on Silver's Tomodachi, as well as unlocked another recipe. Black lemon, a perfect if unlikely combination of sour and bitter. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. It's very minimal yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. You know, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense, because we see ourselves in hindsight. When the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Ah, well, I have had to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I have changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Okay, we're going into fast forward. Okay, so it looks like they're talking about horns. Looks like the fire guy's back. Darling, darling, I could be behind your neck without you realizing it. What makes you think I actually need permission to enter a building? Why are you threatening people on Tomodachi Hill? No reason. What the heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. Amanda comes out of hiding. There's the cat. I don't think anybody likes the MIB wannabe. A very hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. So, let's see. Honey chocolate. I took back the ID card, so we just have to see Georgie come back and get the lighter. Here you go, plenty of sweetness in this. So Amanda and Silver leave, and that leaves me with the kitty. So Georgie is going to be back tonight. Everything checked off on Tomodachi Hill, making sure that things are liked. Something's missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Nothing's missing from the drawer. There's Gala. Thanks for giving him the key card, by the way. Good call. You saved me $100. Not a Wait, what? A replacement key would have cost me at least that much. With the fines and everything. Oof, pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then. Yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest. Oh, but didn't you call him for a spare key? I did. So... let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA recently, or so he says. I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much. Or there's something that keeps him coming back there. Really, what is it? Take a guess. Uh-huh. Well, if I have to guess... maybe you? Me? I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days. I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims. Is that right? Who knows, maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here. Really? There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and warm atmosphere, with an excellent host to boot. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like? It would only be truly an honor if you felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Okay, just fast forwarding. Okay, so STMJ. Yep, just the lighter, so. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Talking about the beater car. There's Riona again. Okay, a cup of Russian tea. So I figured that out. It is tea, lemon, and cinnamon. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver. So that unlocks it in the menu. Despite the name, it's a totally American drink. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise. Had he no idea he was such a nice night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right. I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now, but I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Okay, fast forwarding again. As we wait for Lucas. They're talking about the big tree. There's Georgie and Lucas together. Okay, strongest espresso, and don't forget my lighter. Okay, so, espresso for Georgie. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Jelly Bean. Fast forwarding. And then what Lucas wants, well, I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. So he wants a Spanish Sahara. So chocolate, mint and ginger. Oh, milk and ginger. He mentions milk, but he's saying like mint. Nope, that's not it. So chocolate. Yeah, I'm looking at a FAQ and it says mint instead of milk, so that's definitely incorrect. And there we go, Spanish Sahara. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. And for the Tomodachi, we've got another Lucas Happiness. Favorite things: coffee, not anymore. Fried noodles, any. Avenger Sevenfold, Bat County. Somi Alpha, 7, my bed. You know what I'm doing with my life, breaking out of the mold one video at a time. Spanish Sahara. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called? That meant we call it here at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Jelly Bean. You're so welcome. So now they are beginning to talk about the fairy flea market and the tree. Yeah, Avenger Sevenfold is a reference to a real band. My sister is a big fan. Yep, I have listened to some of their stuff as well. Avenged Sevenfold. Okay, red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. So, we'll give him a Te Jahe Rosella. Lucas, eh? Sounds familiar for some reason. I mean, I'm kind of a big deal online, you know? I remember now. That toy from the other day had his name on it, right, Jellybean? Right. A toy? You mean the business card I gave you? Yes, that. I see now. Somehow you gave it to him instead? I did. I'm sorry. Let me be the one to apologize for that. Jellybean gave it to me because I was having a small trouble at work. Well, was it helpful in any way? I mean, it's pretty good at easing up anxiety and such. I thought the children would like it, but apparently for them it's a little passé. What? Children nowadays mature really fast. They sure know their trends early. I'm gonna need to... Excuse me. I will be right back. behind. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the idea of having toys around the office for the kids. I'll make sure to have more up-to-date stuff for them. Yeah, glad I could help. Well then, nice meeting you. Okay, so blue pea, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. The Galaxy Mint Tea. And we don't have any items to give people, which is great. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out. Oh. Natural causes, by the way, so, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. Oh, Lucas is talking about his father passing away. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I made it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind like shaking my mental fist at him. Gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was, what went through his mind exactly? The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly! What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Okay, so continuing. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? And myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what? I had a lot of nicknames too, like, hey, baby goat, what are you up to now, satyr boy? Here comes the party goatie. Mr. Excess! You gonna go fishing again tonight, or what? Fishing? Ugh. We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Ooh. I always tried to be the punchline, though. Because there was always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk just for jokes. Just so all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded me of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? Ugh. So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked. You had it difficult. Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. So he was inviting Riona onto his talent show. And it's the end of another night. what's happening. Tomodachi. Dinner with my team. Yeah, he definitely looks like some sort of a ghost guy. Rachel's self-care day. Is fidget spinner really that lame now? Have you ever heard a story that wows so you try to go for your dreams because you're so inspired to do something or anything? So here we have Gala and Hyde. Alright, so we'll make him a blue Gala tea. And we'll make him He's complaining about his life. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. Hibiscus and ginger for Gala. For Izubo. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough. Huh. Nice, Jelly Bean, and you lost your pet, Hyde. A pet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right, and Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? And we've got Lua. Hey guys, up. It looks like Lucas has got drunk. Okay, so lemon and honey drink. So I am going to make her a cough syrup. Continuing the talking. Continuing the monologuing. Fiona asking Lucas if he's lost. Thursday the 28th. all hungover but feeling awesome. A girl always has her secrets. The bedchamber is the home of bittersweet secrets. Do you know why the satyrs from France are more musical than the ones from America? Because they have French horns! Sorry, not sorry. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Jellybean, but that's all I'm willing to share. For now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see, that makes sense. They're the kind of people who would see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zenness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Jellybean, you've seen my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes? My bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never been able to recover from. Ah. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far, so it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now, about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. He never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Huh, I see. He's fleshing out more of the story about the fairy flea market in the tree. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean Bourne Street, huh? It wasn't called that before, that's why the whole thing didn't click for me right away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on! Ain't nowhere they just coincidences, Jellybean. Everything is lining up too perfectly, if you ask me. Huh? Uh-oh. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right? Then my luck started tanking. That broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happened in the past week alone, you see. Right. Then one thing led to another, and my team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me! Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market, information I wouldn't have even have remembered on my own. Right. And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, I'm telling you, Jellybean, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs, compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. Heh, what are you going to make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. Officer Georgie's lighter. It exudes an interesting feel. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Jellybean. Okay, so I'm going to make him a Keimada. It's in flames. And I'm giving his lighter back. Oh, wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here you go. Oof, careful. And we are talking to the detectives from the other video game now. And it's really made me think that I might want to pick it up. There's Riona again. Tea, lemon, and honey. Midsummer Night's Dream. Would you mind doing me a favor? Huh? What do you need? Could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? An email address and phone number are written on it belonging to Riona Shirin. What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely understandable, though. But it is not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please do let me know. It is the least I could do, as I realized there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Georgie is a human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. So it looks like I need to... Okay, so it looks like Okay, Officer Georgie, I gotta give it back to him, so that is a good idea. I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little. No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? And we're going back into repeated dialogue. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean. Okay, so we're talking about Lucas. Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though. I ended up taking him for a drive, though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business. A late night delivery? No, I was buying a pie. At midnight? Yes. Why? Concerned you may have a competitor? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Oh, Jellybean, you will be fine. I sort of want to know just so I can inform inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh, why? His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family's get-together, but the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. But he takes pride in being a Seattleite, so I wonder if he knows about it already. Well, it is a very small kiosk attached to a pub, very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 a.m. Interesting. Good to know. Thanks. Getting back to the story, though. You both went for pies, then? Yes, and that seemed to fascinate him for some reason. What did you each get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top, and a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. Oh. But it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch. I apologize. I'll live. A little piece of advice, though, a glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers. Oh, that's really good information to know. This is why you are the best barista, Jellybean. Thank you. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. And what did you get for yourself? I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself. And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink. Good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it? I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time. Please do. And so, we continued our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal despite the many disappointments with his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all. Really? Why? It is... On second thought, it may be better to hear the story directly from him another time. I apologize. No problem, I understand. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 a.m. Must have been a gripping conversation. I am not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home. Weren't you tired as well? No. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Jellybean. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Jellybean. Come back again soon. Alright, so things are proceeding very well between Riona and Lucas. I wonder if it means that they'll eventually get together in the end instead of just working together on Lucas's projects. So we're on September 29th. Scandal at Fire. Top secret files leaked online. At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae invasion. Dwarf Fire Tech teams up with Golomix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Okay, so let's see who we got here. I'm very lucky to have people who's with me no matter what, and I won't take it for granted. Normal schedule. Lucas has his sunglasses ad. And Bailey's. So I think what I will do is I will give him a sweetheart latte. about his deceased relative. And there's Silver. And Amanda. Take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. So it looks like I'm just going to give her some coffee. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. It does. It is at least 56.941% different from anything else we have experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846th new experience since arriving on Earth. That's quite a lot. Perhaps, however, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This one is in the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place, and we will miss it. That's... don't mind me getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, okay, they're talking about the fire agent. And the wedding invitation is in the box. Okay, and I'm going to make a 299.792.458 for Silver. Is leaving, and now what's happening? Okay, another night is finished. And we're on September 30th. Chill. Good night from Lucas. Self-care day from Rachel. I told my wife that she needs to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Okay, here's Aqua. Alright, and she wants a cup of chai, so let's see. This is tea, ginger, and cinnamon. Masala chai. Spiced tea from Southern Asia. And it looks like we have unlocked another smile on the Tomodachi. A mermaid from Atlantis and a friendly introvert, tea lover. Favorite things, Full Metal Conflict, video games in general, grandma. What I'm doing with my life. Moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can. Trying to find the place and person where I belong while doing something I love. A cup of masala chai for the lady with eclectic tastes. Thank you, it's delicious. You're welcome. And there's Myrtle. And there's Hendry. And Gala. Okay, and he wants an STMJ. One STMJ coming up. Gala, they take Jahe Roselia. And give him the wedding invitation. Here's Georgie. And Hendry just giving that freaked out look. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my lighter and things happened. Mind backing up a bit? Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. It'll sound a little crazy, but no, I haven't lost it yet. Got it? Loud and clear. I told Jellybean about my lighter a while ago, how it might be connected to the fairy market we talked about before. Really? In what way? The lighter was my grandpa's, and there's a chance he bought it from there. Ah, interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence, eh? Anyways, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my lighter was the key to making sense of all this. And gave me some pointers. So, I went back there last night. To the spot, you know? To where the tree used to be. I lit a few candles there and put the lighter right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was spooky as heck. The air was still and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out or if there was something else going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone. So I followed my gut and got the heck out of there. Then what happened? It blew up. What? What do you mean, what? The lighter, it just blew up. Well, what do you mean, blew up? Yeah, I think we definitely need more context here. Well, I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see, but I heard it. Plah! With a little whoosh followed by a couple of clink-clinks. Pathaw? What kind of sound is that? You know, like something small and metallic blew up? Wouldn't bang work better? No, that's a shot. Wouldn't want to confuse y'all with that. But pathaw is, what is that? You know, pathaw? And then what happened? Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it had fallen over with its lid open. The flame, it was burning white. Wow. Ain't got a lie to y'all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything, two small figures emerged from the corner, walking towards the lighter. Did they see you? Yeah, they did. They inspected my lighter while I was just standing there. Then they asked me straight up, "Is this lighter yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." Then I fired a question back. "Are you the ones who have been messing with cars around here lately?" And they said yes. Well, sounds like case closed. So they weren't ghosts? Hell no, thank God for that. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't expect them at all. Didn't expect? Do you know them? Kinda. In fact, they own the gnome noms near my place. Oh, wow. Did they know it was your car then? Oh, because I only order takeout, and I usually walk there. What was the reason for all all the vandalism then? It all started because of a broken promise, and we have to start way back for that. You remember why the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah. The tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruling practically let the driver off the hook outside the DUI charge. Well, it sparked a huge protest. Good! In response to it, the mayor at the time gave his word to the victim's family. He promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community. And the vow was kept well until after his tenure was over. But he died a few years ago. And we all know recently what happened to the tree. I see. So it was their attempt to keep the memory alive, not just for their friend, but as a remembrance of the injustice as well. And after all the urban renewals the city's gone through, makes sense of the community that used to be there is gone by now. That's right. There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now it's filled with never-ending projects. You okay? Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's something about it that bothers me a bit. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. And by failing to remember, we, the outside party, will also gradually lose track of their existence. It just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An odd erasure of existence. But apparently that's why they keep animals. The Gnome Nom's owners told me they have a large mastiff living in their place. Others even take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. I suppose that's why some folk prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But the erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right, okay. But doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago? Like our ancestors, for example. It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit her grandparents' graves too, when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clean their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while catching up. It's how Nicolinis honor the dead, and I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too. Right. I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though. To remember the deceased and all the reasons they mattered to us. So, except for the weird erased memory part, it sounds on par to me. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead anyway. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Excuse me. Exactly. I think we're gonna go over to try and get through the game 100%. So I'm gonna try that tonight. It would be great if we could all remember and help each other, because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort. Since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past, whether it's bad or good. Yeah. Speaking of the Gnome Nom's owners, though, what happened to them after all that? Oh, right, did you arrest them? Nope. Huh. Are you going to let them go? Not necessarily. But I got an idea of what I have to do. Right now, I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. A shame about that lighter of yours, though. Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right? That's the thing. It works just fine. Not even a scratch. Really? But that thing blew up, didn't it? Like, patha! Heck, we even debated the sound effects and everything. As I said, it still works fine. So I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. That thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame is a bit unnatural, I agree. And I remember how you kept forgetting your lighter here. Hey now. A man is allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no? As for the blowing up, it was probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. The thing is real old after all. If that's the case, you might want to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer. There's no such thing as coincidence, indeed. I still think it's a ghost, though. Shut it, Hendry. Shush. In any case, mystery solved. so Henry heads out. And let's give Georgie his order and the contact info for Riona. Miss Riona's number. She asked me to give it to you. She said she can help you find someone if you need it, or if you had need any information from her. I see. Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy. Thank you. Here's your espresso. Okay. That's all. Over? I have a question for you, though. Which do you prefer, wild rumors or bad press? That's a tough one. There's no limit to what wild rumors can become or how far they'll go, but the press can shape a story, report it, and many will believe it as truth. Both are worrying in their own ways. Fair point. But what if we combine them? Rumor, truth, and press. If we somehow combine them, then I think I have a plan. A crazy one, but a plan nonetheless. Maybe y'all can also add to it. Oh, sure. It'll take a while to explain, though. Well, I'll be here all night. I got time. All right. Brace yourselves, folks. It's gonna be a doozy. Okay, so what's his plan? Now I am really intrigued. Okay, it is now October 1st. Chill. There's Rachel. And she's playing her song. Sweetheart latte. There's Riona. And she's crying about her ambitions. Pie you ate the other day. The blueberry hibiscus mint pie. Did you like it? I did, quite a lot actually. Then I'll make something special just for you. Could you tell me its flavor profile? Give me a moment. The blueberry was very sweet and fresh, and the crust was buttery. The flavor was enhanced by the tartness of hibiscus and the herbal coolness of mint. Just a very sweet blueberry pie with hibiscus and mint. Okay, so blue. Well, I can't do. So very sweet. Hibiscus, honey, and mint. Let's see if this is working. Berry blue hibiscus pie. Let's see if this works. 1 pie in a cup coming up. And we got ourselves another happy face. Favorite things: Wagner, Liebstod, Puccini, Si mi cimano mimi, Vivaldi, Sposa son disprezzata, Mozart, Der Holle Rauch. What I'm doing with my life. Emergency goods delivery service available from Bellevue. Seeking audition tips. Berry blue hibiscus pie. A dessert drink made from steeped hibiscus, mint, and specially prepared ingredients. Honey blueberry cordial with a touch of vanilla. Wow, Jelly Bean, that's so extra. It kind of is, isn't it? But it's so pretty, thank you. It really is. Well done, Jelly Bean. But are you really serving a warm pie filling to your customer? It's not a pie filling. I simply make fruit cordials with honey. And I just happen to have the blueberry one on hand. Sure. It's not a pie filling, trust me. It's not. It's nice. Thank you. You're very welcome. So they're continuing talking about music. He responded. What did he say? He told me to stay here because he's coming here soon. Huh? Huh? Does he live, like, nearby or something? No, not really. But it seems he had some things to do around here. I see. What a great coincidence. That means you can clear things up in person. You're right. Thank you for giving me the courage, Miss Rachel. Just call me Rachel, will you? All right. Although I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life. So when you said everyone has a specific role, what do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Well, we don't have a Banshee Culture Center anywhere. Time to start one then. Perhaps it's best if I use a specific example, such as my mother's role. Oh? Her role is to trade. She's talking about the Banshee communes. In the event that we need to increase our supply or sell our products, or are simply in the need of some negotiating, it is my mother who will do the job. She must travel to the nearest city or town in order to exchange goods, and she's our representative when other communities need to discuss things with us. Right. Everyone's work is equal weight. One is in charge of food and drink, another is in charge of all our laundry. Everyone has a responsibility to set up schedules and organize the collection of goods. So, like, does each role only have one bearer at a time? No, sometimes there are 2 or more, depending on the power needed. It's all about balance. I see. Interesting. Does your mom still fulfill her role to this day? Yes. Although, there are times when I wish she would retire. Why? She is doing a good job with it. But the role truly changed her. Oh. She had to endure years of animosity. She had to negotiate everyone's way out of trouble, or to simply defend the commune. That is such a heavy burden. It is, but she refuses to accept any help offered to her. Why? Because it has become her identity, I think. Oh, you're here. Yeah, hi, lady. I was starting to wonder when you were going to say something. I'd introduce myself, but I want to hear Riona's story. Fine by me. It is as Mr. Lucas said. I thought we were already past all that formal stuff, am I wrong? Well, you still call her lady. But she is. The lady is speaking. Whoops, okay, sorry. It is, as Lucas said, our discussion the other day led to the same conclusion for me as well. My mother's protective instincts turned into an angry sense of pride. Oh, so while she performs her role really well, her anger often gets the best of her. Things are way calmer for our commune now, so I'm thankful for that. But unfortunately, the damage has already been done. Right. That's when I understood why she was angry, too. If your mom has dealt with haters all her life, and you were pretty much in the front seat for all that, oof, tough. I guess I can relate in some ways. The Nekomimi culture is also quite strict, although nowhere as rigid as yours. We're heavily stereotyped as being very mid. Like, mediocre in all ways aside from being pretty and cute. Although, don't get me wrong, I am cute. But it makes me wonder, how much of our survival instincts turned into bad stereotypes? Things have changed so much for everyone, which means we should have moved on from terrible prejudices decades ago, right? So why are so many still stuck with outdated and bad perceptions? Actually, that's exactly why. Life is complicated and change is hard. Learning and unlearning stuff takes time and mental energy, right? And there are billions of living beings in this world. That's why many folks choose to reduce their worlds to a size they can handle. All based on their priorities, of course. I mean, it's no different from how everyone chooses content to consume. Yeah, and sadly, different culture is probably one of the last things on most beings' minds. Unless you already have a vested interest in it, then it's a different story. That makes sense. We all need to survive. I understand that. However, I feel some things just shouldn't be excused. Things we do, the principles we hold. All of it has an impact on others, in one way or another. Right. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, by the way, did Pops contact you, lady? About the tree? Oh, he did, but... What tree? It's a long story. Sure, keep your smelly secrets. No, this is perfect. You should listen too. The more exposure this gets, the better. Oh, so you're going to tell me? From the very beginning. But before I forget, lady, did you have something to say to me? Since you texted me and all? Oh, yeah. Go on, Riona. Say it. Oh. About your show. Yeah, you're in, right? Are you still unsure about the format? Well, I'm still trying to put it all in order of paper, so... Kind of? Like, I know I want to do a podcast, a deep dive, and a showcase. But I'm still trying to figure out a great way to fit them all in nicely. Once I'm done, I'll let you know for sure. What are you planning to show, anyway? How do you think it'll help the guests? Ooh, curious, aren't we? Basically, I want to cover stuff that's interesting and underrated from around the city. And beyond if it takes off. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Nah, scratch that. I know it'll take off. That's some confidence you have there. Even though you're not even sure what the format will be? Tut-tut. I might not know the exact format yet, but all the elements needed to make a good show are locked and loaded already. Really? What are they? Well, there's already so much content out there, right? And you can't deny that today's audience gets bored easily, too. If something doesn't appeal to them immediately, they'll just click away. So, how to keep them engaged and stick with us, you ask? Well, from my experience, you need roughly 5 things down pat to keep a show going. The first one being the format itself, which ironically is the only thing I don't have. Yet. Anyway, a proper format has good consistency, could be the way the show is cut or how the information flows. It's to build familiarity with the audience, and it makes things easier for the creator, too. That makes sense. The next thing you need is topics. Sure, you can have a main theme for your show, like singing or cooking or anything, really. Having a theme is essential, but getting topics flowing is essential-er. Because even singing will need more than one song, right? Same with cooking, you need to show many techniques, recipes, all that jazz. That's true, right? Since the goal of the show is to shine a spotlight on all things underrated, I figure it should start small and nearby, but still have the potential to grow. And what's better for that than exploring this city and its inhabitants in depth? Especially since I'm fairly new here and all. Oh. You get what I'm saying? I can see there are many interesting topics to discuss. Yeah, like locations, events, history. Yes, and many interesting individuals to meet. Definitely. Projects, side projects, plenty of things to cover. Makes sense. What's next? Know your audience. Honestly, in this internet era, you don't need to appeal to everyone. If you do it right, you can target just one type of audience and still get a lot of eyes. Fortunately, I have my base audience already. But since the show will be in a completely new format, a lot of them will reject it. Because people do not like change. That's right. But honestly, that's fine. I'm trying to attract an audience that's more open-minded and can help elevate the stuff we're going to spotlight. Like, say, if we cover musicians, they'll go to their sites or live shows. Some cool neighborhood project, they'll be eager to check it out. A cool coffee shop, they'll be interested in visiting. Wink, wink. Oh. Anyway, you all know what I mean. The next thing is audio quality, great visuals, and edits. You know the drill. Of course. And last thing you need for a good show is me. Hey, what's with all the awkward silence? I mean, personality and smarts. To find info, you need to be resourceful. And to relay information well, you need a good personality, right? Well, I'm your guy. Why? What's so funny? Am I not the perfect guy? Resourceful, huh? Really? Oh, so that is what you're questioning, huh? I'm just saying. Because you didn't say you're new to the city, so... Oh, I see how it is. But you've really thought this through. I'm kind of impressed. Thank you. Probably won't be anywhere as near as big as your talk show, though, I'll tell you that. Huh? Rumor has it that your manager is trying to get your old girl band to get back together. And I heard there will be a talk show or something for it. Oh, really? How did you hear that? Tisk tisk, I have my ways. I didn't get the info from shady sources, I promise. Well, okay, I'll give you that, resourceful guy. But your information is outdated already. Oh? Because I won't be in the show. Oh, why? Well, I actually like the idea of a comeback. But if it were to happen, I would want new branding, you know? Like a new Versus. Like a new us, to show how we've grown. Ah, I get that, 100%. That's too bad. Why? I think you have a talent for getting people to talk. You are able to read the room with sensitivity. Therefore, I would definitely be interested in watching your talk show program. You think so? Aw, I'm flattered. You're right about that, though. I'm pretty good. But I'd rather express myself through my music, my songs, and my performances. You know? Yes, I understand that very well. Then, do you want to be our first guest? Me? Why? I thought you wanted to highlight independent artists. Well, aren't you making a new kind of music lately, Miss Rachel? So you actually have a side project. Well, yeah, but... I was kidding about inviting you earlier, but hey, maybe it could work out after all. Help out a new channel, will you? You wish. I'm very busy, Nekomimi. But, maybe. Woohoo! What is it, Jellybean? I thought your plan was to have Miss Riona as your first guest. Oh. Well, about that. I'm definitely jumping the gun here, but I was kinda hoping you'd be my co-host instead. What? Me? I was going to ask you later, but Jellybean over here cornered me something fierce. Oops, sorry. Why me? I like the way you explain difficult subjects, and I really enjoy talking to you. You have plenty of knowledge and experience from being on the road a lot, and all of your stories are so damn interesting. Plus, someone needs to offset my chaotic personality. Like contrasting hosts, huh? Yeah, what's more, she's not nervous talking in front of camera at all. Well, she is a performer. I know, I'm just saying she's a natural on camera. So yeah, that's what I was going to ask her, if you want to be my co-host. Only if you're interested, of course. I might need a moment to consider. Of course, take your time. However, if you are open to receiving input, may I throw in an idea for the format of the show? For real? Of course you may. And I'm staying until you tell me everything I missed. Okay. Yeah, the night's still young anyway. Alright, so we have ourselves another night, and we have the new talk show. We have Ryota being Lucas's co-host on the talk show. Alright, and now it is the wedding. reception. Okay, let's see what Soma.chill is up to. Here it is, DTR Down to Ride Vlog number 1, Mystery Adventure with my super co-host Riona Sheeran and a special surprise guest star Nekochell. Go watch it now. Do you like video podcasts? Sorry Not Sorry, forgot to post the trailer. Here it is, full version dropping at 8 p.m. Check this out, ya boy has started a new podcast for y'all. Wanna know more? No delivery today. And we have, let's see here. We got everyone filled up. There's Riona with Rachel and Lucas. Something new. I appeared as a guest star in this impromptu vlogcast. Check it out and have fun with us. Alright, so we're back at the wedding reception. Okay, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness. So it's going to be a chocolate, honey, and mint for after midnight. Wedding portrait. Hyde's talking about his new love for photography. There's Georgie. What's he doing? I could easily see most of my OCs fitting in this universe because of how varied the cast is. Yeah, I mean, anybody, like, this is a very modern fantasy universe, and I'm pretty sure, like, there was this one Dungeons and Dragons podcast that I used to listen to. It was a side, whoops, it's the cat. It was a side story, a side project for the Unexpectables. Called the Prince Division, and it took place in kind of a modern magic tech society, and they did have all of the standard races and classes. And I could see it taking place in a city like this. Unfortunately, they ended it about a year and a half ago, so they're only doing the main Unexpectables podcast now. Alright, and we're almost to the very last night. Let's see what happens. Silver, Happy, Nua and Bailey's, Gala photographed by Hyde, Bailey's and Lua, somehow this feels like deja vu. weeks ago. Well, yeah, give or take. You were promoting a new tea selection at the time. Good times. I remember it had an interesting color. I'll take whatever you gave me that day. Butterfly pea. A cup of anthocyanins for you, officer. What? It's what makes this drink blue. Oh, okay. Still tastes like grass. But my daughter told me this is really good for stress. Really? Are you stressed right now? Don't worry. Since my daughter loves it so much, I was just trying to remind myself how it tastes. Oh, good. Well, usually blue pea is mixed with a bunch of other ingredients. It's a very forgiving drink taste-wise and goes well with most things. And it looks pretty. Well, yeah, I can see that. Because it's tasteless except for grassy notes when you drink it straight. Right on. Does this mean you've already made up with your daughter? More or less. It's great. How are you, officer? How's work? Patience, pal. We don't have all the players here to complete the story yet. Oh? Is someone else coming? 2 more. Alright then. But what do you mean complete the story? Well, like I said, there's been a lot going on. I can't recount the whole thing alone. I see. But you know, Jellybean. For a while, this old man felt like he'd been living in a stagnant pool. When he thought he started out on a flowing stream, it didn't take long for him to find out it wasn't a stream or even a pool. It was more like a mud puddle that was constantly being filled up with dirt year after year. And, well, no matter how much he tried to keep it clean, the puddle will always dry out before any of his attempts bear fruit every single time. He'd end up stuck on the bottom with only occasional rainwater keeping his existence going. Right. However, after a bout of heavy rain, he discovered a small crack of hope. A thin line leading to another flowing water in the original direction he wanted. Know what I'm saying? I think so. Lucas is in the house, yo! I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top. Okay, let's do some latte art. I'm just gonna try to do a spiral. Oops. Huh? What's this? Seems like I've made a mistake yet again. Aww. Let me remake the drink for you. Nah, it's okay. Just leave it, it's fine. Okay, I apologize once again. Dang it! So, were you staying up because of the new podcast you posted? Oh yeah. Have you watched it? What podcast? The link is on my Teachill, Pops. That was a podcast? You've already seen it too? Oh man, I'm stoked. I thought it was like a ghost hunt or something. With how dark everything was, lighting-wise, so it was too dark, huh? I'll keep that in mind. I admit what you call the ghost hunting segment was shot kind of spontaneously. But what do you think about the whole thing, Pops? You too, Jellybean, tell me. Oh, I saw the post, but I haven't had the time to watch it yet. I'm sorry. Well, don't be sorry. But go watch it when you have the time, alright? Will do. Well, since I thought it was a ghost hunt, I didn't watch it all the way to the end. Okay, that's fair, understandable. My daughter enjoyed watching the whole thing, though. Ah, that's so great to know. She told me Rachel was there, too. What gives? Rachel? Yeah, she was our first guest. Oh, so did you film the episode right after you 3 talked about it the other day? Exactly, that's why it was spontaneously done. But the whole thing is not all about ghost hunting, Pops. That was just the clickbait. The actual story is, I know, my daughter summarized it for me. You brought up the street. And the tree too, didn't you? Exactly. Because it was part of our plan, right? Huh? Welcome, Miss Riona. Hello. Okay, cup of coffee sweetened with a lot of honey. coffee? Let's see what happens. That's what I used to order back in the day. Really? So what's really been happening with you two? This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently. Does that include you as well? Yes, but those are just my regular working hours. See? And I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck? I'm not done playing the role of annoying and nosy old guy, that's all. Jeez. Oh, by the way, thank you for telling me about the pie shop, miss. Somehow I didn't know it existed. Are you talking about Disco Pie? Yep, that place closes up at midnight. It follows the schedule of the pub adjacent to it. Now my daughter can get pie even when I'm not home late. I see, that's good. I swear I'm not trying to point the regulars in the direction of your rival, Jellybean. It's fine. What rival? Maybe I should start selling food here. Did I miss something? I'm wondering too. Well, as you probably know, especially if you follow my teach show, we started a vlog/podcast thing. Right. My daughter watched the first episode yesterday. Did she like it? She loved it. I heard her laughing all the way. I'm glad. So, what is this vlog/podcast thing really? Yeah, please, clarify. I saw you had this walk-around session in the episode. I thought podcasts are supposed to be voice only, like a radio show, but you don't need to catch it live. Well, nowadays there are a lot of podcasts with videos. Voice is still the most important part, though, and we did have the Carpool podcast later in that episode. So usually there will be two versions of the same episode, the voice-only one on audio streaming platforms, and then full video posted on video streaming platforms. Oh, I see. Sounds difficult to create both at the same time. It must require a lot of planning, doesn't it? It does. If you're not the Lucas, that is. Thanks to my editing and interviewing skills, you can enjoy the action session in the voice-only version all the same. I see. It wouldn't be possible to make the episode as compelling, though, without Lady Riona giving us good information to make the episode work. Somehow our voice really resonates well in the mic, so it was a joy to edit it into the narration. Also, Rachel was probably the best first guest we could have gotten. We even got a sneak preview of her new singles. Our first episode got tons of views because of that. Really? That's great. But I wonder if it was cleared by her manager. Probably not. But she knows what she's doing, I'm sure. I can see why you two stayed up for days now. Heh. Sounds great, y'all. So, miss. Yes. Are you enjoying your new role as a show co-host? Well, it's interesting so far, and I'm learning a lot of new skills, so I am eager to keep working on it. All the while I keep looking for auditions and honing my craft. That's all I needed to know. So, what else is in the episode? Go watch it. Just kidding, it's okay, you can watch it whenever. I will later after work. So, Mr. Lucas, you said this is part of your plan. And, officer, you said you need all players to be here to form a complete story. What's with all that? Pops, if you please. Alright, I'll start. Jellybean, do you remember what we talked about a couple days ago? Which part? I asked you and Gala which you preferred, wild rumors or bad press, though you didn't answer. Ah, yes, I remember now. You said something about combining them, I think? Yep, that's where I and Lady Riona came in. Oh? Pops was telling me about his meetup with the Graven Vandals, so I know the whole story and I get what they're going for. It's not that they want their friend to be remembered in a bad way. Yeah, they just want them to be remembered, period. So, from talking with Pops, I had an idea. An idea to turn their actions into a neighborhood legend. Urban legend. With the victim's family's permission, of course. The victim's family? When the officer asked me if I knew them, I was able to track them down. You did? That's great. How? We operate on a similar wavelength, which is the easiest way to explain it. It took a while, but I managed to reach them. I see, that makes sense. So you're trying to turn their act of vandalism into urban legend. Exactly right. Urban legend usually starts with hearsay, created from half truths, half exaggeration, from each speaker to the next listener. Like a game of tag. Sometimes they can even be all lies. But most of them often serve as a cautionary tale. Yep. But the best thing about this one is it's all true. It really didn't take much for me to tweak it into a whole new story. Why did it need tweaking? To make it less clear, of course. Because you want everyone to get curious. If you explain everything all at once, there's no mystery for others to dig into. Once they're hooked on the premise, folks will try finding things out on their own. And in this case, because the tree already has an actual long history, those who dig for more information will surely fall down the rabbit hole. Other content creators who are into this stuff lap it up, and they tend to be big. Then the rest is history. Their friend's memory will have a life of its own. I see what you mean. Did you have the story in yesterday's episode? Part of it. We're planning to discuss it further in a couple episodes. Because you need to give the impression time to propagate, you know? Honestly, it was probably good enough. Because my daughter couldn't stop asking me more about it. She knows the story was based on my case, and she's been telling her friends at school about the video, without letting them know it was my case, of course. That would be bad. Sounds very promising, though. You're telling me that's great. Send our thanks to your daughter, Pops. Well, this is all very different, but a somewhat exciting experience. How do you know this will all work out as intended? We don't. It's not that easy to influence that many heads, you know? Huh? But you were so confident. Because we'll never know the outcome of anything unless we try. That's true. Well, congrats on taking a step into a new direction, kiddos. Who knows? Maybe someday soon I'll join in on that. You want to become an influencer too, Pops? Could you imagine? Nah, I meant taking a step into a new direction. How about Georgie Williams' private investigator sounds? Wow, really? For real? Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Who really knows at this point? I mean, I think it fits you well. Thanks for the vote of confidence, miss. I might have to leave soon. Alright. Getting very close to the end. And Freya! And make her espresso, and let's see how everybody turned out. That is a very nice picture of Riona. Jellybean, are you sad? No? Don't be sad while I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aww! Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. There should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it, everything! Alright, so it started around 2 weeks ago. And I absolutely love this track. Aqua's working on her game while Myrtle helps from time to time. They're a good team. Silver and Amanda's trip took them quite a bit further than they expected. And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian steppe. Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread around all of Seattle. And Gala is fond of qualifying him in those exact terms to Hyde's obvious displeasure and secret joy. Lua and Bailey's bought a little house with large windows, a small garden, and an extra bedroom. Bailey's has been using it as workspace, blah 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 blah. The Neko Chell x Arami collaboration was a success as a new single was released on time. Even though the reviews are mixed, your true fans love it, and that's all that matters, she said. In spite of its impromptu nature, their first vlogcast was a success, especially with Rachel's appearance boosting the views. Lucas's team joined the production a few episodes later, and they're thinking about eventually covering their home states and communities. Word of mouth spread the story of the accident, resulting in a combination of history and urban legend. A petition was then created to memorialize the site, which was successfully concluded in the area renewal process. Alright, going going past the credits, and let's see what's happening now. Miss Riona, hello again. Hello. I dropped something here a long time ago, so I'm here to get it. Oh, what item was it? It's fine. I've got it. It was right under the seat. Really? Huh. I always made sure to check everything before closing, too. There are times when we simply miss things. Particularly if it is a task that we have performed numerous times. That's true. I guess it's a sign for me to double-check everything. It may, or it may not be. I have a feeling you will find something of interest either way. There is even the possibility of gaining a complete understanding of everything. Or everyone. Pardon, I didn't quite catch that. Have a good evening, Jellybean. Okay, have a safe trip, Miss Riona. That mistake right at the end cost you? Oh gosh, really? Huh. Oh well, looks like no one else will be coming tonight. Might as well go check on... What was that? You have now seen part of the image, but there are still many details to discover. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so let's take a look at the gallery. Permanent resident card. Oh, some earrings. Oh, so there's a couple of different album covers. So Dreamin' Blue, Milk Honey Green Tea, Road Trip Love, Sweetheart Latte. Looks like there's a couple of let's see, Thrasher, Off-White, Gucci, Rhea, the cat. Hacker, no hacking! Whoa, what? How to make Milky Way from Coffee Talk. Ooh. Mint syrup and honey to taste. Add the steamed milk but leave the foam for later. Garnish with honey and mint leaves. Aww. That one's sad. Achievements. Alright, so we have 26 out of 53. Start a new game. Trash your drink for the first time. First brew. It's a masterpiece. Is this it? Serve the wrong drink for the first time. Meet all the main characters. Forget to give Georgie his lighter back. Bad review. Give Lucas incorrect drinks on his first 3 visits. Provide Riona with poor service until she no longer visits the coffee shop. Forget to give items to the intended recipients at least once. listened to all the songs, trashed a total of 25 drinks. Aqua and Myrtle didn't get to make up. Spent a total of 1 hour making latte art. 10 correct drinks in challenge mode. 25. Failed to inspire Rachel with your drink. Serve Rachel Sweetheart Latte. Dreamin' Blue and Milk Honey Green Tea. Serve Myrtle and Aqua correct drinks on day 2. Lucas's contact info were the fidget spinner to Rachel. Give Gala the fidget spinner. Give Riona the fidget spinner. Good review. Steal the agent's keycard and give it to Silver. Prevent Gala from getting fined. Serve Hyde's favorite drink. Be invited to Lou and Bailey's wedding. Don't give Gala Hyde's invite to the wedding. Everyone gets the right drink. But complete the story mode with the least amount of points possible. Unlock Arami x Neko Chel's whole album. One way to find out. Silver and Amanda's good story arc. Hyde Leibovitz. Lua and Bailey's normal story arc. Good story arc. Georgie's incomplete story arc. Lucas and Riona. The hibiscus and the butterfly. Does it make sense? Complete Georgie, Lucas, and Riona's best story arc simultaneously. Serve Lucas the drink 5 stars during his reviewer's test. Reunite. Oh, the cat's name is Tofu. Okay, so in any case, we are going to end things off for tonight, and let's check to see who is streaming. We are going to return back to Chef Life next week, so that's going to be what I'll be doing on Monday. Let's see. Excuse me, let's see. Okay, we are going to raid Aeon Protech Gaming, and he's playing a Pokemon Fusion game. Right, so, alright everybody, I hope you all have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow, and may all of your tea times and coffee breaks be perfect. Have a good night, everyone.